To the left of the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here, considering the time. It isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says to the thin air, as the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is it draws a reaction. Something under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Aww. I always thought she was cute. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces to the extremely rigid attention. Hi, Lily. How can I help you? Her voice is strained at a failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. You see, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and I was looking for the pencil when it dropped, and I was looking for the both of them, and you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. Why is my nose itch so bad? Oh my god. God, I'm dying here. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies and almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression. Then she shuffles some papers around on the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit the librarian perfectly. Library. Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived? Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and then freezes on the spot when she does. No, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, student librarian, school librarian. Pleased to meet you. Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao. For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name onto her mind so she wouldn't forget. Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility. How is it any responsibility at all? I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, and I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. She's crazy, bro. But, so, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work the least partially, as Yuko seems not to exactly relax, but at least looks slightly less tense. Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either Braille or audio. Makes sense, given the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place? Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is so adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more money on new books than on my salary. Then I have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome that they weigh so much. Wish I could quit this stupid fucking job. A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would like some of those books, if it's alright with you. My first impression was right. This library is surprisingly big. Ambled down the narrow aisles, I study the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is. A library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily snuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has an odd student sitting at a desk or either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. Ah, yeah. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the room earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she was acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent more than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface. But before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts, looking scaredly up from beneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see the part of her face, at least a third, if not half, is badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair, until they meet her own eyes. The second I'm shocked to divert my eyes back into the book in her hands before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember why I walked up to her. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm new here. Hisao and Kai were in the same class. I'm just going to introduce myself. That seems really safe. Saying I don't mean to startle you almost sounds like I'm just going to make her even more scared. So I'm just going to... Hi, I'm new here. Hisao and Kai, we're in the same class. I just transferred here the other day. Maybe you don't remember? I did a self-introduction too. I'm kind of a big deal. I'm like really cool. She looks sad. The girl doesn't say a word, but simply stares at me wide-eyed. I'm still getting used to this place, so I'm trying to meet as many people as I can. So, what's your name? Hanako? Her speech is stuttering, so quiet that it's barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Hanako, huh? So, what are you reading? She gently tips the book backwards so that I could read the title, at the same time hiding her face behind it. She must have noticed me staring before. The Life of Pi? I've never heard of it before. What's it about? A boy and a tiger on a boat? I can see this is taking some time. Sounds interesting. Is it any good? She nods from behind her book, but stays silent. She looks kind of tense, a bit like Yuko earlier, but in a different way. More like a petrified with terror, I'd say. So the mystery delinquent girl turned out to be anything but, and she's quivering in a way that makes it look like she's mortally afraid of me. The only way out of this, as far as I could tell, is to try and get a normal conversation going. Is it a library book? I'm looking for new ones to read, but there's just so many. No, it's fine. Oh, so do you come here often? God, I'm hitting on her. A huge blush spreads on Hanako's face and her eyes widen. Far larger than I thought was even possible for eyes to do. Uh-oh. Did she interpret my lame attempt at small talk as a feeble attempt to pick her up? I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I've got to go do something. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs toward the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I didn't even manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away, completely not noticing that a girl just screamed and ran out of the library, and I chased her for some reason. Jesus. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approached the girls. Hey, did you see, notice a girl run past here? Maybe. What did she look like? Long, dark hair, kind of shy. She had some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear, Yuko. Would you excuse me? I'd better try and find her. Sure, I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right, I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing, I just talked to her. Tried to get to know her, didn't even manage to get started. Yuko sighs and looks awfully bothered, even more so than she did before. I guess you weren't wrong, so much as tactless. Tactless? The girl's a bit of a special case. It's like she never really talks to anyone. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound at all convincing. Then again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't even be here. Perhaps I was being a little tactless after all. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually just makes me feel phony. Like, how's I supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room? Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something but resists it. I think the elephant, it's only an elephant if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. Makes me smile. She blushes heavily. What? Did I say, did I sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desk really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, the library should be closing. I'm not closing anytime. But I have to do it. I hope it's not too inconvenient for you. Oh, yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because I'll just go get them. I fetch my stack from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and return to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least that's when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill the time. Couldn't do much else. I see. But she doesn't say anything else. She just checks out my books for me. Guess this is what they call tact. Holding library books with one arm, I trawl my pocket out for the key to the door. A sudden sound from behind startles me, make me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get out into the lock. Who is it? I turn around to see who's talking to me. It's Kenji. He seems to be giving a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses. The dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me. It makes him pause and lick his lips, nervously. Who is me? I don't call anyone called me. Are you some new guy again? His voice suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we've met before. Yesterday? I don't think so. I remember someone who I've only met yesterday. When was that? What day is it today? I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we met before. You live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with uncomprehending fear. How do you know my name? Damn, this is only meaning one of two things. Either we have met, or you're telling the truth, or I just can't remember it. Or you're a spy. He pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe that he can see anything through his thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger at my face damningly. Unlike you. Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies. Thinking you pass off as Sasao just because I'm legally blind? You're sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real slim, maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding? I went to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Exasperated, I rubbed my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. Stay there. Kenji comes closer. One step at a time. I stay still, lest he assaults me physically, although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did. Oh wait, I see it now. Damn, it really is you. Sighing again, then 1 ounce for good measure, I step backwards just in case. What's up, man? You don't look too good, I think. Something wrong. I don't know, I just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually, even if you discount this one. Can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's just because it's me or if it's them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry to call you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in. slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us. You see, this is how it is. This world, there's no justice. You see, even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? Doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face? That's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally, too. She actually ran away from me. It was my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this yet. A girl? A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She has a really nice body and beautiful hair. The face. Guess it could go either way. She was cute. There's no... Yeah, she's cute. I knew it. There are a lot of cute girls here. Strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this one is the dark secrets of the school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed the number of girls in this school is slightly significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. Turns his head. It's almost like that's the population of the world, dude. He turns his head to the left and stares into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad. That's a full 20%. One would think that there's a girl, one would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream. But no. What I'm about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I really won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I'm not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. This disparity in the number of men to women is clearly a sign of how far they've come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have a superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up by numbers. In the past, their build-up in the military has always been a clear sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Soon, the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along. They'll kill you, just like they killed me. You'll end up just like me. Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I could think of. So? You're not just gonna say something like that? Damn, you're so rude. Where was I? Oh, the vast feminist conspiracy. Stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets. Okay. Graphs are still cool though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had him pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind, dude? Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That's my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. That would never invalidate the whole last part. The part is kind of important. There can only be one. Like in that foreign movie where there could only be one, and in the end there's only one dude left, because that was the point. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Anyway, if you want, I can grab my graphs, and I also have a list of other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds, as tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm gonna go to bed now. It's extremely late. That does sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later. He claps me on the back and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and try to go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. Take some time to relax, get up, so I can just start on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting on my cheeks that it feels good to just lie there with my eyes closed. This school is some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain. Each person is a stranger than the last. Just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One think that fitting in this place is just made for people who are unfit for anything else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't help to take the edge off. The words are left echoing off the empty walls. Guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more of a school and less a hospital pretending to be a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all.